Hi, good morning. Okay, I'm going to do a take 2 on a different device, doing the read aloud for God's plan to protect his people in the coming depression. So I need some feedback from you. Do you prefer only my voice, or is it okay, in your opinion, for my face and my voice? I'm not sure which one I prefer. Obviously, probably my voice only. Okay. But I'm open to feedback. So, when I was trying to do the live yesterday afternoon, it didn't work. I don't know what was going on with the sound, so I'm trying to take 2 on a different device. I said that already, so let's just go ahead and begin. What I was doing was kind of like a preview to the book, so I was looking at the table of contents and reading what the topics were going to be about, and then I read the introduction. So I'm trying to do this real quick. I think the main thing that I'm hoping for you to get is the hope that can be found on the solid rock, on the sure foundation. So that is my hope for you, and for me too, right? I need this too. It's for you, but it's for me as well. So let's go through the contents. I'm going to try and adjust this real quick one more time. All right, so let's go through the contents, and then we'll read the introduction. Or maybe I'll skim through. Let's see, introduction. So the content, chapter 1, is Lessons We Never Learned from the Great Depression of 1929. Chapter 2, God's concept of prosperity in hard times, his plan to keep us through confidence in his word. Chapter 3, Preparing for Hard Times, God's plan is heart preparation first. Chapter 4, the preservation of Zion, God's promises to protect and preserve his people. So let's go back over chapter 3. Preparing for hard times, God's plan is heart preparation first. All right, so I read chapter 4, chapter 5. This is the preview part. The Lord's controversy concerning Zion, chapter 6. Protection in the coming storm, God's plan is protection through, drum roll please, dun, 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 dun. Prayer. That was a Monica-ism. Chapter 7. Let's read chapter 6 again. Protection in the coming storm. God's plan is protection through prayer. So keep that thought in your mind somewhere, hidden in your heart. Chapter 7. The Antichrist, Armageddon, and the Mark of the Beast. Chapter 8. A craving for the presence of the Lord. How Christians should react in such times. Chapter 9, the consequences of not fully trusting God in hard times. Chapter 10, the secret to strength in perilous times. Chapter 11, will God revive his church in the coming depression? Awakened through suffering. Chapter 12, resting in Jesus in hard times. So remember that as well. And then he gives a summary at the end. He gives scriptures to live by in perilous times, and he has a church emergency plan. This was copyrighted in 1998. I just wanted to, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's copyrighted in 1998 when he wrote this book, so that was before Y2K, that was before the stock market in 2008, right? We had some hard times then, and we're definitely seeing a lot of inflation currently and now. I don't need to tell you what you already know. All right, so here's the introduction. I think this time I'm going to skim only, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than my other video. I read the whole introduction. I think I don't need to do that, just skim through. What I think I'm going to do is just read the first sentence of each paragraph this time. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit different, but that's okay. So, introduction. Ominous storm clouds have gathered above our nation, and they are mounting higher and higher. Yet, these warnings are being wholly ignored by those who should be alarmed. Now, decades later, a dreadful depression looms on our horizon once more. Yet again, the voices of reason have gone unheeded. Oh, I read 2 sentences from that paragraph, but that's okay. While our nation's attention is drawn to scandals in Washington, the world around us is falling deeper and deeper into depression. I tell you, what is happening cannot be fixed. I'm alarmed that so many ministers are blind to what is happening. Our nation's leaders are also blind and foolish. It's time we face the truth America is on a fast track to a full-blown depression that could end up much worse than the Great Depression of the 1930s. Let me reassure you, however, this book is not about the bad news facing our nation. In 1998, I released my book, America's Last Call, On the Brink of an Economic Holocaust. I sought God diligently for a message of hope, comfort, and direction. If you expect to find financial advice in this book, you will be disappointed. Please begin at chapter 1 and read each chapter in order. If you are a